Good morning everyone. So today we are going to discuss about political development, what it means, how different scholars have defined it, and what signs tell us whether a country is developing politically or decaying. Our main guide for this topic is an American political scientist named Lucien Pai, who wrote a very important book in 1966 called Aspect of Political Development. Lucien Pai first set the pace of this discussion back in 1963. He said that political development is not something you can measure simply. It involves how a society absorbs new ideas and changes while still holding on to its cultural roots. He said we can look for signs of political development at three levels. First, the general population as a whole. Second, how well the government and system is performing. And third, how the political system or polity is organized. Now, Pai looked at 11 different ways that scholars have defined political development. Let's go through them one by one. Definition first says political development is prerequisite for economic growth. Basically, you need good politics before you can have a good economy. Pai agreed in spirit but found weaknesses. Because it is too negative, there is no clear theory about this, and people care about politics beyond just economics. In the second definition, political development to industrialization. Rosto argued that political development goes hand in hand with becoming an industrial society. Pai rejected this because it ignores too many other factors. In the third definition, political development as a political modernization, meaning developing countries should copy Western countries. Pai's problem with this, it confuses Western with modern and ignores the history of developing nation. In the fourth definition says, political development means running a proper modern nation state. Pai said nationalism is not enough alone, but what matters is nation building and which is bigger and deeper process. In the next definition, political development to a good legal and administrative system, which means a strong bureaucracy and rule of law. Pai agreed this is important but warned that too much focus on administration can create what Lord Harvard called a new despotism, where bureaucrats become the real rulers. In the next definition, it focuses on mass participation, which means more people voting, more people involved. Pai saw the value in this but also warned if participation is manipulated by demagogues, it can actually weaken the society rather than strengthen it. In the next definition, political development with building democracy. Pai concerned this exclude non-democratic countries from the conservation and it impose Western values onto everyone. In next definition, it connects political development with stability and orderly change. My question was how much stability is enough and stability for what purpose? It leaves too many things unanswered. Again, political development by how much power a system can mobilize. Pai again rejected this theory and said this only works for democracy because it ignores systems that deliberately keep power limited, which can still be developed in their own way. In the 10th definition, it says political development is just one part of a bigger, multi-dimensional process of social change. Pai actually appreciated this view. He agreed that economy, society, and politics all influence each other. In the last or 11th definition, it talks about national dignity and respect in international affairs. The idea that in post-nationalist world, how countries seen globally matters to its development. Pai neither rejected nor endorsed this. He simply acknowledged it. After reviewing all these definitions, Pai gave his own answer. He said, political development has three core characteristics. The very first one is equality, which talk about laws must apply to everyone equally, rich or poor, powerful or weak. Recruitment into public life should be based on merit, not birth or connection. The second characteristic is capacity. The government must be effective. It should be able to actually deliver result, good policy, rational administration and real impact on people's life. In the third, Or the last characteristic is the differentiation, which means the system must have a specialization. Different institutions should do different jobs clearly. The legislation make laws, the judiciary interprets them, and the executive implements them. But, and this is important, differentiation does not mean fragmentation. The system should be specialized, not scattered. Now, how do we know if a country is political developing? Or we can say it is politically developing. Pi and other give us a list of positive signs. These include things like free and fair election with higher voter turnout, more people participating in politics, decentralization like India's Panchayati Raj system under the 73rd Amendment, or a free press that acts as a watchdog, or an independent judiciary, a neutral civil service and armed force, transparency and RTI, and a broad social base where all communities have a voice in a government. These are the positive indicator which shows that the country is truly politically developing. On the other hand, signs of political decay, meaning things are going backwards, which include election rigging, violent protests, politician defecting for personal gains, fragmentation of political parties, suppression of free speech, corruption and maladministration, concentration of power in one person or group, politicization of army, as we seen in Pakistan or Myanmar, and foreign interference in domestic affairs. These are the negative indicators which led to, or we can say these are the signs of political decays. To wrap up, Lucian Pye examined 11 different standpoints on political development and found something valuable and something lacking in each one. Ultimately, he gave us three core characteristics: equality, capacity, and differentiation. Political development is not just about economics or democracy or stability alone. It is a multi-dimensional process that touches society, culture, administration, and values all at once. A country develops politically when its institutions are fair, effective, and well organized, and it decays when corruption, suppression, and power's concentration takes hold. Thank you.